Hello, welcome to the channel Darkness to Christ. I wanted to do a video because I saw a video the other day called Comforting a Dying Rabbit, and I thought it was a fantastic analogy for the true nature of God and how man confuses God. Now in the video there was a rabbit who was injured, and the gentleman came along and comforted the rabbit before it died. And I thought it was a great analogy of the rabbit looks at man how we look at God. And throughout its life, the rabbit probably thought that man was a scary being, that it was angry, wrathful, and spent its whole life sort of living in fear of man. And yet at the end of the video, or at the end of the rabbit's life, the man was comforting it. And the rabbit probably came to a realization just as it was slipping from this world that man at his peak, or man in his truest form, was actually very kind, very gentle, very loving, very wise, very understanding, and an amazing being. And that he obviously had it wrong his whole life as a rabbit. And that's how I believe we look at God through religious eyes. God is seen as wrathful. We should be scared. We should be fearful of God. When in reality, when we slip from this world, we will realize that God is actually very kind, very loving, very understanding, very wise. And that is the true nature of God, who Christ tried to reveal and who lives inside of us, and in our conscience, in our spirit. We know that that is the true nature of God. That's why most of us have been turned off from the religious idea of God, and it never made any sense to us. So we became atheists or agnostic. But like myself, once you become born again in the Spirit of Christ, you realize that that is the true nature of God, rather than the religious nature of an angry, jealous God. God is all-powerful, almighty, all-wise. He's not jealous because he is the ultimate, and we are his children, and we just need to represent his love in the world.
And the light had no judgment. There was no condemnation. There was no blaming, no shame. There was nothing but love and acceptance. And the light was viewing me. The light knew everything that I ever thought, did, or will do. It knew everything.
You just know. You're all-knowing. Everything is a part of you. And it's just so beautiful. It was eternity. It's like I was always there, and I will always be there. That my existence on earth was just a very brief instant.
And there are no churches there. Not where I was. It wasn't about just one way. And it wasn't about doctrines and books, but just about a universal compassion and love for everything, for everyone. Animals, plants, birds, all of it. It's all together.